Hello, this is Daniel from Trusted Tutorials, and today we're gonna have a look at how to sort by date in Google Sheets. So let's assume we have an example where you have start dates of people in your company. And now we would like to sort this sheet by the first start date in ascending order to the last start date. So there's three different ways how you can do that in Google Sheets, and I'm going to explain and show you exactly how you can do that, as well as some common pitfalls. The first option we can use is the filter option. For this, I'm going to just select what I would like to filter. So I'm going to select all the cells that I want to filter. Then, as a next step, I hover over here the create a filter symbol here. I click on that, and then it asks me, creating a filter affects all viewers of this sheet if I want to filter for everyone or just filter for me. Here, in most cases, it's really important that you only choose filter for me, because if you have a shared document with a lot of people and you filter for everyone, so everyone will exactly see the filtering that you used, and sometimes people are offended by that, because why don't you just do it for yourself? In very rare cases, I would say you should use filter for everyone. So I just click here on filter for me. And now what you can see, what happens is we have this descending triangle here for both of the headers. So we can filter and sort by the start date as well as by the name. And as I mentioned in the beginning, we want to filter, of course, by the start date. So I can click on this descending triangle here, and then I have the two options A to Z and Z to A. So A to Z is in ascending order and Z to A is in descending order. So descending order would mean we start with the last starting date until the first starting date. But in most cases, I assume you want to have it in ascending order, so I select sort A to Z. Perfect. So what you can see, what happens is we sorted here the starting dates, and also the names are sorted accordingly. There's a common pitfall if you do not mark both of the columns. You would sort just the starting date and leave the name as is, and in that case you would have wrong starting date for the people, and you should really make sure that you avoid that. I'm just gonna show you and go a step back how that could happen. So let me start again. We have the initial sorting now, and now I would just only use the first column, and then I go again on create a filter. Yes, filter for me, and I change the starting date, and have a look at the names, John, Peter, Mark. Now I sort by A to Z, and as you can see, the start dates are sorted, but we have still John, Peter, Mark. We have still the same names, so that means now they just have a different starting date, and that's something you don't want. Okay, please avoid this mistake. Another common one is if you, mark these two columns, and then you go on sort by creating a filter. Yes, filter for me. Now what you have is you have to filter above your start date and name. So what would happen is that also your headings are now taken into account. So if you go on sort A to Z, your start date and name, like the headers are just somewhere in the mix, and that's also something you don't want in most of the cases. So just don't mark everything, just mark from the headers on. Perfect. So let's go back. So this was the first way how to sort in data in Google Sheets. Now let's have a look at the second option. So the second option would be to use data. So the data option. For this, I'm just going to mark everything again. I go on data, and then I click on sort range. And here I choose the last menu option, which is Advanced Range Sorting Options. Perfect. So what is great here is I can click here on data has header row, so it will see which or it will understand which are the header rows. This is really important, otherwise we have the same problem as we had before. And then I can sort by either start date or name. I can just select them here, and we said we want to sort by the start date, which is great. And then also, let's say this time we want to have it in descending order. We want to see the last person that started at the company, so we can use set to A, and I go on sort. And as you can see, both the start dates and also the names are changing. This looks quite promising, and the last person that started is Peter on September 27. Yeah, that was the second option, how to sort by date in Google Sheets. And now let's have a look at the third option. I'm just going to go a step back here. Of course, you can also just use a function straight away. For this, let me just recreate here the headers, and then we're gonna use the equal sign. We're gonna write sort. We're gonna open up the brackets, and then the first parameter it takes is the data, like the we're gonna just select what we want to filter. So I'm just going to select here the dates as well as the name. Then the second parameter is the index column. So this is the first column here in this data set, which is 1, because we want to use the date column. So I'm choosing 1. And then as a last parameter, I enter either true or false. So true is for ascending and false is for descending. And this time again, we want to have it in an ascending order. So I just write true here, and I close the brackets and I hit enter now. Perfect. So as you can see now, it's sorted in ascending order. We also have the names. The names are correctly assigned to the dates. Let's see, Jane, May 26th. Let's see where we have Jane here. Jane here, May 26th. So that worked like a charm. I'm just going to show you a second option here, sort. Of course, you could just only select one column, and then of course 1 is the index column, and then you say false. Now we want to have the descending order of the date, so we're going to get the last starting date. And now I push enter again, and as you can see, the last starting date is September 27th, 2022. That looks great as well. So as you can see, you can also use the sort option here, which is quite handy. Perfect. These are the 3 ways how to sort by date in Google Sheets. I hope this tutorial was helpful. If so, please give it a like, follow our channel, and also hit the notification bell. Thank you so much for watching. This was Daniel from Trusted Tutorials. See you and goodbye. Bye bye.